This is how you can wipe out a huge crowd of enemies right at the start of the game. Of course, all your skills will only get better from there, but if you want to get off to a strong start in Crimson Desert, I'll give you some tips that will make your gameplay incredibly enjoyable in just a few minutes. At the start of the game, after you defeat those two scoundrels, don't rush to continue the main questline. There are already some surprises waiting for you here that you can collect. So I've marked the location on the map so you can come back here if you've already completed this part of the game. You need to turn around and simply head in the direction I'm pointing. After crossing two streams, you'll see a crevice in the rock ahead of you where a hidden cave is located. Of course, you can grab some useful items right here, so let's go inside. Since this cave is right at the start of the game, you won't find anything super cool here, but there are a few useful items. First, you need to pick up 2 Palmar pills. This item lets you respawn on the battlefield if you die with 30% health remaining. This is very useful at the start of the game when you haven't fully mastered the combat mechanics yet. There's also a recipe here that will let you craft these pills yourself in the future. You can take everything else here to sell later and make a little money. Take whatever you think you need. The crystal and a couple of jars on the table are the valuable items here. Everything else is worth very little, so don't bother trying to collect absolutely everything in the cave. Next, when you exit the cave, be sure to turn left. Walk forward along the wall, and you'll see a strange structure. This is the Abyss Nexus, a kind of portal that will allow you to quickly travel to this location. Teleportation between these points will become available to you a little later once you complete the quest Abyss Without Balance. You won't miss this part, don't worry. Heading back to where you fought the 2 soldiers, you'll cross 2 small streams again. Here, you can pick up a fishing rod. It doesn't cost much, but you might want to try fishing later on, and you'll already have a rod to get you started, so it won't go to waste. A little further past the fishing rod, you'll find a stump with a piece of meat on it, and next to it is the Bekker Axe. It's a pretty good weapon to start the game with. Next, return to the right spot, keep following the man uphill, and when he reaches the horses, instead of mounting a horse, turn right. Here you'll find some more food and another Bekker Axe. Now you can use 2 battle axes at the same time. Early in the game, this is a very powerful offensive strategy. Now you can mount your horse and follow your guide to the first major settlement. You'll cross a large, beautiful bridge. At the end of the bridge, look to your right. In the distance, you'll see a puzzle featuring a statue and 2 candles. I've shown the solution to this puzzle and the reward for it on my channel. You can go there if you'd like. But this isn't crucial at the start of the game. So let's move on, and halfway to the settlement, you should take note of the makeshift shrine on the left. In addition to some supplies, you can pick up your first Sealed Abyss artifact here. You can also find a nice shield nearby. I only use it occasionally. Generally, at the start, my character has an offensive playstyle with 2 axes for greater efficiency. Upon picking up a Sealed Abyss artifact, you'll automatically receive a challenge. If you complete it, you'll be rewarded with an Abyss artifact. This is the currency you'll use to level up your stats and skills. It's incredibly useful. In total, you can find 33 Sealed Abyss artifacts in this game. I'll show you a map of where they are. Save it for later. Using the equipment wheel, you can now equip 2 axes instead of an axe and a shield. Your attacks are now twice as powerful. You won't need the shield in the early stages, and later on, you can always change your equipment. Next up is a very important location. I'll show it to you on the map, and you need to memorize it. This is your personal camp. Inside the tent, there's a bed where you can rest and fast forward time in the game if you need to. Also very important, there's your own chest here. This is where you'll store things you don't need to carry with you all the time. It's a storage area with plenty of space. In the early stages of the game, you'll be coming back here more than once. The next location is nearby, and it will look familiar to you if you've played any game in the Assassin's Creed series before. On the mini-map, you'll see a bell tower. This tower will unlock a significant portion of the map. You need to climb to the top and ring the bell. The camera will zoom out, giving you a view of the surrounding area. And when the map opens up, you'll notice that the mysterious fog that was hiding most of the map has disappeared. Now it will be much easier for you to explore your game, Crimson Desert. Next, I suggest you complete a few quests. Just do what the story asks of you. You'll complete simple quests and receive rewards for them. You'll also get a better handle on character controls and navigation in this game. After the quest, where you have to find a lost sheep and bring it home, I suggest taking a short break from the main story and performing the following incredibly useful character boost. It's time to meet the local blacksmith. I've marked his location on the map for you. Here, you can upgrade your weapons and gear. By completing quests, you can obtain Hernand refinement tokens. These allow you to upgrade any item for free by using the token as a gift for the blacksmith. But you won't have many of them. Instead, you can see what materials you need to upgrade your weapons and armor. You'll need a lot of iron ore and copper ore. South of your first settlement, there's a great spot where you can gather plenty of these materials. It's simple. You just need to have a pickaxe with you. You can buy one in town or earn one by completing quests. Equip it in an inventory slot. Then select the pickaxe as your active tool from the item selection wheel. You need to follow the path along the mountain and gather resources. In this spot, resources will respawn after a while, so you can always come back here to gather more. The process is simple. Find a spot it's clearly visible and use the pickaxe to break up the deposits and collect resources. Just spend a little time on this, and you'll get a great boost for your character right at the start of the game. I think you know what you need to do next. That's right. Go back to the blacksmith and upgrade your weapons and armor as much as possible. By the way, you can buy some armor here from the blacksmith that's better than your starting gear and upgrade that right away. It doesn't cost much and will only be useful at the start of the game. But the upgrades you'll make now don't take up many resources. Once you do that, your character will easily pass the initial trials. You'll be able to charge into a crowd of enemies and wipe out everyone around you with just 2 basic attacks, a light attack and a heavy attack. That's more than enough to start with. Next, I want to talk about the red buildings you'll see on the map. This means the area has been taken over by bandits. I recommend always liberating these areas, since they're packed with enemies you can take down without mercy. This is exactly how your character gains experience. Pay attention to the bar on the left side of the minimap. Every time you defeat enemies, it fills up and you gain experience. And this isn't just important, it's absolutely essential for you. After all, as you level up and the bar fills, you'll receive an Abyss artifact, which will allow you to learn new skills and improve your character's stats. Later, you'll be able to learn powerful skills that will make your character unbeatable. Here's a little tip. When you defeat enemies, keep an eye out for the crosses that appear on the minimap. This means there's loot you can pick up. Sometimes it's just items for sale, but other times it's very useful items and materials. Don't forget this. Your goal at the start is to level up your character so you can access powerful abilities. I'll also briefly talk about skills. First and foremost, you need to level up your stamina and health. This is very important. Only then can you learn various skills. I hope these tips will help you have a great time playing the game. After completing this short tutorial, which I demonstrate in this video, you'll be ready to continue exploring the world of Crimson Desert. If you found this video interesting and helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. There are many more interesting and helpful videos ahead that will help you solve tricky puzzles, defeat powerful bosses, and generally progress through the game as effectively and efficiently as possible. See you in the next video, and take care, my friend.